One of the most impactful practices I coach my clients on is tracking trust. It helps a leader get accurate about where they are with their teams and themselves regarding trust and take responsibility for their participation. Recently, I was coaching a client and I asked her how she measures trust within her team. She told me she just assumes the trust is there. She doesn't think about it and assumes her team trusts her, and she assumes trust in her team as well. She was having a niggling feeling that there were conversations that weren't being had, and she wasn't sure how to approach it or where to even start. And so I brought up this idea of trust and how it will always go up and down. And I got real curious with her about what she thinks about it, how she even considers it or discusses it with her team. And so it opened up this inquiry together in our session. We looked at the concepts of competence, reliability, sincerity, and caring. We opened each area up and slowed it down for her to first consider where might she be leaking some trust in any of those areas. So by doing that, we identified that competence is an area that she was feeling real low in. And as a result, she was really avoiding a lot of direct, confident communications with her team. So first in our session, by noticing that, I had her go back in her one-on-ones with team members and in team meetings, start to, in a way, out herself, to start to mention, hey, I'm noticing that I'm not talking to you all about how we're all feeling in terms of our sense of competency, where are we in reliability? And so what she did is she brought these areas to her team and had them start to consider, where are each of them in all of this? My experience in our sessions after she started doing this was that the transparency and vulnerability she brought to her conversations invited her team members to do the same. And now each of them have identified where they can tend to be a little lower on one of those areas, and they've each committed to a practice to dial it up. My client has committed to doing that, and I'm experiencing her being much more vulnerable in our sessions. She's feeling much more confident as a result of having this kind of transparent communication. In my experience working with leaders in all areas of an organizational chart, every time that leader shares something honest and is going to the edge of discomfort for them, it results in relief inside of them and a much deeper connection to the person they're sharing it with or the team. It brings about more honest and creative conversations about how to approach challenges or solutions they're looking for. My call to action for anyone listening is to be even just 5 or 10% more willing to consider, where am I in how sincere I'm being, how reliable I'm being, how I'm demonstrating caring, and where I am as far as competence. Be really willing to look at yourself and get curious about the people in your life, whether that's your teams, your family, anyone in your world.